Hey, this is Ada.
And this is Stefan.
And welcome to Living Simply in Mexico.
We're in the hot tub again. And, you know, for some reason, the water does not look as green as it actually looks on the camera. It's just the blue in the background that makes us look so green. I just want to say that because we're not sitting in dirty water.
Yeah.
Really, it's the truth.
No. All right.
Okay, it's Stefan here. Ada's still in the hot tub, but wanted to give you the latest on the completion of our renovations here at the casa. So let's go through it and see what we got. Oh, another little overcast day here. Beautiful Puerto Vallarta. They put in a little privacy thing that we can pull up when we're not here, so the neighbors' view is unobstructed. Not too impressed with the water thing to cover the water deal.
Okay.
Uh-oh, that got something.
We need to talk about that.
Okay.
That was supposed to be like they put in the outdoor,
Plug in.
And the thing is, when you have something plugged in, rain still kind of seeps into it. So,
We just went those little plastic boxes.
Those plastic covers
Yeah.
over it. So we just said, hey, can you make sure that's covered so it's a little better? Well, they end up putting a brick over it.
A brick over it.
Okay.
Yeah, so this wasn't here, it was just this.
It was a brick.
Which does no good.
And then, so he's like, oh, I'll fix that. So then we
put this on top.
And it's just a piece of tile with the sharp edges that I nearly gashed my leg on.
And I actually ground these down so it wouldn't be gashed.
So anyways, needless to say, I just WhatsApped my contractor a picture of like a $12 cover. And I'm like, come on. He apologized and is going to fix it. So anyways, so just kind of sometimes they do some brilliant work and sometimes you get that.
Yeah. And this was the best thing ever on our second floor. Remember, this was all open, and we didn't really have any sort of privacy along here. And remember those wires that I've always talked about? Bam! Now they are hidden, and we've got privacy. And this really made this a room. And what you'll notice here is these open all the way down the bottom. So if you ever wanted to haul up any beds or whatnot, we can open that up and it comes right in here. So that's pretty cool. So now we have a nice room that doesn't have to deal with any wires when you're sitting down, and also is really awesome at night.
All right, well, we're on our way to find a place to celebrate for our anniversary, but we wanted to check in, see what's going on. Yeah, curious to see what the construction is. Okay, right here by the Mercado, big Mercado, is a really cool iguana picture, and this is actually going to be near the island here, where we're going to go down and see some really cool art down along the river. So this is the latest. Let's see what it looks like right now.
Lots of work to do.
Oh, you got that.
The iguana that we took a picture of in our murals, obviously that area is all gone. This is all shut down. Wow, they even took out some of the place here.
Right. So here we are. We are at Mole de Jovitas, which is, or Mole de Jovita, which is really tasty food. And oftentimes they have actually live music here at non-pandemic times. And Stefan got sopes.
Four small sopes with Mole de Jovita on it.
Which is really, really great. A lot of times they're out there cooking it. I got crispy tacos, which look
Those look rocking.
All right, happy anniversary.
Hey.
All right, we just had a really good dinner, and
We just got done with the churro guy.
the churro guy is right there in the corner of the church. Not the church that's over on.
Guys, show him the churro.
Oh, churro.
Churro.
Two. I think was it
2 pesos.
2 pesos for a churro. All right. So the bridge this bridge did have damage, but they repaired it, so we are good. Where's this at? Oh, this gets us from Emiliano Zapata over to La Isla Quelly, little island, and it'll take us right at the cultural center.
It's easier to walk with 2 margaritas.
2.5.
Lincoln cat?
So, and oh my goodness, kitty cats. There are a lot of cats. There are a lot of cats around here. I think they fared okay with the flood. There's kind of some old stalls, old vendor stalls. You can kind of see Gringo Gulch up there, that are usually occupied by just all these cats. So I kind of wondered what happened after the hurricane, but they're still around. Oh. So here we are on the La Iguana Bridge, or the Gringo Gulch Bridge. And kind of interesting. You can kind of see the mountains over there. Really fascinating to see the depth or lack of depth of the river. Once again, this was kind of a month after the hurricane, when this basically took out the foundation and the bridge and all sorts of things. So coming over to the other side, kind of get a little better sense of how precarious some of these places are, because that water was all the way up past that, look at the sewer line there. I really, 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 really love being social. I love having people around. I love sharing, experiences and everything with people. I have a lot of family members, and I have friends and people who can't get up these stairs. Mm-hmm. And so it's like we live on a beautiful tower that we can enjoy, we can show you guys, but we do have a limited number of people who actually can come here and enjoy it. And a lot of those, once again, being my own family members. And so with that in mind, we did not go out seeking this place, but maybe like yourselves, we kind of got inspired by watching our own video.
We did, seriously.
By the making and watching of the romantic, what is more romantic, we'll put a link to that episode, the romantic zone or Gringo Gulch. And we did fall in love with it and really got intrigued with the history. And so when it just happened to be that house was on the market, it didn't really click until after we did the episode, and actually after we published the episode.
We actually recommended the house for someone else to think about buying, actually.
Yeah, and then we're like, wait a minute, this is kind of a cool thing. Going back to midlife, like I said, midlife here, we just turned 50 this summer. And I was having this conversation with one of my friends, and I said, my college, my becoming, getting my doctorate, doing well in school, establishing my career, I did that for my parents. I did that for my mom. I love it. It's all good. But I truly, who did I do it for? Did I do it for me? I know I did it more for her. Starting my own business and being entrepreneurial. When I first met this guy and he asked me, would you ever want to start your own business? I said, oh, hell no. And I've had my business now since 2004. But there's elements of my business that I feel like I am doing it for him.
Although I never asked for it.
No. This is the psychological.
It's kind of competitive a little bit.
I'm very competitive. It's psychological, right? You're sort of like, I'm doing this for him. I want to look good for him. First one, I wanted to look good for my mom. I want to look good for my parents. I want to look good for my husband.
Wow.
Right? And then it's like, okay, now I'm 50 years old. I want to look good for me. What do I want? What do I want to do? And so now I'm in a position where I can actually leverage all those experiences that I did. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I have half of my life I did for somebody else. No. I love what I do. Everything is good. But it's a matter of like actually adding my own twist that is not necessarily, I can go whatever direction I want to go and not feel like I'm doing this for somebody else. I really do feel like I'm doing it for what I want to do. And what is that thing? That is to be determined in some ways, which is wonderful. Because, there's so many different ways my brain can play, and this is what unfolds. This is what makes it fun, is that
This is a journey, actually, everybody on this video is on with us, because we don't know what we're doing next.
we don't know what we're doing.
And so, at all. But it somehow, it somehow works out, right? Usually,
Yeah.
so far.
And it's going to be some integration of what I do from a wellness standpoint, integrating what I love doing, which is hanging out and being with people, being physical, that body, mind, spirit, and being, in a space where I can get away and I can just be me. And that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, and it's also interesting is I knew this before, but it really hit me after I flipped over to 50, is that, life is short. Decades go by fast, one decade 60, next decade 70, next decade 80. It seems like yesterday when I was 20 and now I'm 50. So, that's a large part of, living life now.
You know what? We are living right now. So,
Yes, exactly.
So maybe this is just living in Mexico, but not living in Mexico, but living in Mexico, being.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that, this is the journey, not only in terms of what we do and how we live in Mexico, but really how we are looking at the second half of life.
Mm-hmm.
I say second half. I don't say second, last third or whatever. We've got at least another half.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and plus some.
If I'm lucky.
I know. So anyway,
Very
so
lucky.
yeah, so that is why. So on with more details. All right, got the keys. It is it's our house. All right.
All right.
Now we'll see if the key works. Try to stab myself.
Hope
in
it
the
works.
process.
With all of our stuff. All right.
There we go.
Too bad.
All right. All right.
You waiting to get in too? All right.
Welcome home. Home sweet home.
The episodes going to come up I don't know what they're going to be about. They're going to be really interesting though. If you want to know or want to watch someone just kind of throw headlong into craziness of trying to figure out a whole new lifestyle, house, all that other stuff.
Let's just say living in Mexico.
Yes.
Living blank in Mexico or living in Mexico. I
I'm
don't
living
know.
simply.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned.
1 minute at a time.
Bye.